Welcome to WarChronicle, where history's greatest battles, legendary weapons, and untold war stories come alive. From ancient battlefields to modern skies, we uncover the strategies, the heroes, and the machines that changed the course of history. The Tupolev Tu-160, codenamed Blackjack by NATO, was the Soviet Union's answer to America's next-generation strategic bombers, particularly the Rockwell B-1 Lancer. By the late 1960s and early 1970s, U.S. advancements in variable geometry swing-wing bombers and supersonic strike aircraft had convinced Soviet military planners that their existing bomber fleet, Tu-95 Bear turboprops and Tu-22M backfire supersonic bombers, might not be enough to ensure strategic parity. In 1967, the USSR initiated studies for a new bomber capable of supersonic speed over long ranges, carrying nuclear or conventional payloads, penetrating NATO air defenses deep into enemy territory. Multiple mission profiles, from high-speed nuclear strikes to low-altitude penetration. Several design bureaus were invited to submit proposals. But by 1972, Tupolev's concept, combining the speed of the Tu-2M with a much larger payload and longer range, was chosen. Development, a technological showpiece. The Tu-160's design was heavily influenced by aerodynamic research into swing-wing aircraft. While the Americans pursued a more moderate speed design with the B-1B, the Soviets doubled down on raw speed and payload. Key features: swing wings, fully variable geometry wings for optimal lift at low speeds and minimal drag at supersonic speeds. For NK-32 afterburning turbofan engines, the most powerful engines ever fitted to a combat aircraft, allowing speeds up to Mach 2.05. Payload capacity: up to 40,000 kilograms of weapons, the largest of any bomber. Range over 12,000 kilometers without refueling. Avionics, advanced radar and navigation systems for precision strikes in all-weather conditions. The first prototype flew on December 18, 1981, and the aircraft officially entered service in 1987 with the Soviet Air Force's long-range aviation branch. Cold War role and strategic purpose. The Tu-160 was designed to carry both nuclear cruise missiles Kh-55 and conventional ordnance. Its main doctrine during the Cold War was to stay within Soviet airspace, launch long-range nuclear cruise missiles, and retreat, avoiding heavily defended NATO zones. Its massive size, powerful engines, and long range made it not just a bomber, but a political statement. It showcased the USSR's ability to match or exceed U.S. technology. It could hit any NATO target without entering their air defense range. Its supersonic dash capability meant it could outrun most interceptors of the era. Blackjack turbulence when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. The Tu-160 fleet was split between Russia and newly independent Ukraine. Out of 35 aircraft built, 19 ended up in Ukraine, where most were eventually scrapped under US-funded disarmament programs in the 1990s. Russia retained a smaller number and began slowly upgrading them. Modernization and return to glory in the 2000s. Russia launched an upgrade program for surviving Tu-160s, adding glass cockpits, improved navigation and targeting systems. New variants of the Kh-101 and Kh-102 long-range cruise missiles increased service life of airframes and engines. In 2018, Russia flew the Tu-160M2, a modernized version with enhanced avionics, new NK-3202 engines, and improved weapons systems. Production of new airframes resumed, a rare move for a Cold War bomber, combat use and global perception. Though originally designed as a nuclear deterrent, the Tu-160 has been used in conventional strike missions in Syria, launching cruise missiles against rebel and ISIS targets. Its immense speed, range, and payload still make it one of the most capable bombers in the world, even 40 years after its first flight. Specifications: Tu-160M2. Crew, for length: 54.1 meters wingspan, 35.6 meters spread, 55.7 meters swept. Max speed: Mach 2.05 range, 12,300 kilometers without refueling. Payload: 40,000 kilograms armament. Kh-55. Kh-101 100 seconds cruise missiles. Freefall bombs legacy: the Tu-160 remains the largest and fastest supersonic bomber ever built and a symbol of Soviet engineering ambition. While the United States shifted to stealth-focused designs, Russia maintained the philosophy that speed, range, and overwhelming firepower could deter or destroy any enemy. Even today, the White Swan, as Russian pilots call it, continues to be a cornerstone of Russia's long-range strategic aviation, proving that some Cold War beasts still rule the skies. Wars end, but their stories live on. This was WarChronicle, your front-row seat to the battles that shaped our world. Subscribe and march with us into the next untold chapter of history.